Some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Will kick off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Daniels. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll... Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida Gators. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
To the air, it's Knight. Snagged in the middle, it's Thompson. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they...
Oh, he's got some space. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to pass. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
All right, good news. The game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
This offense has it with really good field position. Takes the handoff. It's Lewis. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Guys, let's chat about Florida. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And
unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Florida! The offense cashing it in on that drive. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Handoff to the lone back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Steps away to find some room. Finds a man by himself. Smashes through the tackle. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Finds his man. It's Payne. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air, using his legs to buy some time. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Scanning the field, it's Knight. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
This drive will open from the 15. Sends it back in motion. A designed run for the quarterback. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, that dude just hits the gas and just goes. How nice is it as an offensive coordinator to have a quarterback that you can run just like a tailback? And you got a tailback in the backfield with him all the time, and he can throw so many options, but you just see the speed when he hits the gas, and it is really nice.
Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it, and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a three-point stance rushing the quarterback with that crowd noise and your offensive tackles can't hear the snap count, it's not a lot of fun.
Got it in the middle. It's Lewis. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Oh, he's got a chance. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. get this drive started from their own 26. They'll run it. Fighting off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To throw, it's Knight. Trying to make magic with his feet. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second.
Florida 7, Awwburn 0.
First play of the period, first down here. Looking for a crease. It's Moulton.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. They've been running it, but now the pass. Throwing right. Makes a connection. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch.
Awwburn going to work with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Gets the back moving. Back to pass, it's Knight. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Just keep slinging it. Another incompletion on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Makes the grab. It's Wilson.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Gets the job done on third down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down. And the Gators getting set on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Grab near the sticks. It's Jackson. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He's going to run it. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on 1st down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And the boys of Old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
The Gators back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down.
And guys, how many 1st downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Carney. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Gator! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Georgia has the lead right now, but they have not been able to separate themselves just yet between the hedges of San Francisco. They're up by 7 over Baylor. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for space. It's Payne. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Simmons. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right
now. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Wide open downfield. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Knight. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Breaks into the open. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
He breaks a tackle. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. All down at the 31-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Snap it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Gators want to crank the tempo. He wants to change this route. Back to pass, it's Carney. Zings it complete to the right. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Lewis. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolled. They might put up a 50 burner. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
Wants to throw on first down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Finding open areas. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So now on comes the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Flushed out of the pocket. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Tigers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. To the air, it's Carney. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! And the beatdown has ensued. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David. They've got...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Gators!
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Moving away from pressure. Caught close to the marker. It's Davidson. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Davidson. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. We're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
After an unproductive first half and opening drive of the second half, the offense finally finding a little something to jumpstart them. They've got a first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
That's reeled in. It's Payne. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Throws to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
That's not what the offense was expecting, but it's perfect, right? You just want to run the ball, come out of your own end zone, create some space, boom, I'll do you better. I'll give you a first down, move that ball way down the field, create a lot of space.
The Gators come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. from the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Carney. Fires to the tight end. Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Gonna run it. It's Lewis. Picks up the first down. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They go to the ground. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to the toss. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Florida! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in the groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now...
There he goes! And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
Looking to pass. It's Knight. Sets up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to throw again. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads it left. Got him in the open. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
And the Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. On the run, fires downfield. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Floating away. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Carney. Grabbed over the middle, it's Lewis. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. They want that clock to run. Got the first down and more. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proven, like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts, handling their business early in the season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're going to point back to. Hey, we wanted to find out more about them against a good opponent. They won the game. They took care of business. This was impressive today.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.